Hello and welcome back to the November Echo Wargaming. Today I'm joined by
Martin.
And of course I am Ian as always. So today what we're doing is we're going to have a 3,000 point game. My Dark Angels versus your Salamanders, which as you know, you may not know this, there's a lot of armour in Martin's army.
I'm a fan of Armour 14.
So I'm a little bit apprehensive about that, but we'll see how it goes. So today what we're doing is we're going to have one of our own custom missions that we're doing. We'll call it Test of Courage. So on the board there's 3 objectives, and what's happening is each one of these objectives is issuing out radiation on the battlefield. So our objective is to get there, capture these objectives while being plummeted by this rad phase that's going on in the board. So the way we're setting up is we'll set up in table quarters. The other no man's land areas will be the objectives, and there's one in the centre as well. So with all that, how do you think it's going to go?
We'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
We'll just have to wait and see. So we'll carry on, we'll get deployed and we'll get started.
£3,000 points of Salamanders. I'm running the Covenant of Fire Rite of War today. Starting off, I've got 2 HQs. The first one is my Praetor, usually known as Lil V. He is equipped with a Thunderhammer, which has been master crafted. He has a Dragon Scale shield, and I've given him the Mantle of the Elder Drake, which makes him Battlehorn 1. The second HQ is my Champion, which is a compulsory option for the Rite of War. He is equipped with a Paragon Blade, Power Fist, and is master crafted his Paragon Blade. Moving on to Elites, I have a 5-man Fire Drake squad, all armed with Thunderhammers and Dragon Scale shields. The Master's Thunderhammer has been master crafted, and I have a dedicated transport of a Land Raider Proteus with twin-linked las cannon and multi-melter and searchlights. First troops choice is a 9-man Pyroclast squad, master crafted Power Fist on the Warden. They are also in a Land Raider armed the same as the first one with a twin-linked las cannon and a multi-melter and searchlights. My second troops is a 10-man tactical squad with a Vexilla and Artificer armor and master crafted Power Fist on the Sergeant. Finally, my third troops choice is a Predator with Flamestorm cannons and 2 heavy flamers on the side. Moving on to heavy support, I have a Scorpius as a standard, a Sakaran Venator with 2 las cannons and searchlights, and finally a Kratos with a Magna Blast cannon, Volkite Culverins, Volkite Calavers, Pintle Multi-Melter, Flare Shield, and a Dasurian Locust. Basically all the tools in the world, because he's a big unit. Boo. And rounding out the list is my Lord of War choice, a Typhon, upgraded with las cannons. And that is 3,000 points.
£3,000 points of Dark Angels, no Rite of War. Starting up, I've got my Warlord there, my Praetor with a Tyrannic Greatsword and Marshal of the Crown Warlord trait. He's joined by a unit of Inner Circle Cenobium Knights with the Slayer of Kings Hexagrammaton, and they are, surprisingly enough, both Deathwing. They are mounted inside a Land Raider Spartan dedicated transport. For my troops choices, I have got 2 tactical squads, with the Sergeant armed with a Carbonite Warblade and some Artificer armour, mounted in a Rhino with multi-melter, and a Recon squad with melter bombs in a Rhino, which will be infiltrating on. Same over the other side, tactical squad exactly the same, Recon squad exactly the same, and then my final troops choice is a 15-man block of Despoilers with 3 power weapons in there, and the Sergeant with a Carbonite Warblade. For my heavy support choices, I've got a Derideo Dreadnought with the Hellfire Plasma Cannon and the rocket battery on the top there. I've got a 10-man las cannon team, which is probably going to be very useful against all that Armour 14, but we'll find out. And then my favourite of all times, the Spartan Omegas, because they are beautiful tanks with beautiful plasma cannons. I do love them a lot. And then finally, rounding up, 2 sabers as my fast attack choice with the Volkite loadout, because I've always liked them and they're always very useful. So going through them, I do have a mix of stuff there. So the sabers are part of the Firewing Hexagrammaton. I've got Iron Wing on the Dreadnoughts. The tactical squads, the Despoilers, and the other tactical squad are Deathwing. The 2 recon squads are Firewing. The heavy weapon squad is an Iron Wing squad, as are the Sigma and Omegas. 3,000 points.
Salamanders deployment. I won the roll-off against Ian, so I've taken up a more aggressive setup than what I'd usually like. On the left-hand side, I've got a Land Raider with a Pyroclasts in, getting ready to get some cheeky little movement. The Kratos is there to back up the Typhon, moving into the centre, get some shots in, try and whittle through whatever's coming towards them. Centre point is the Fire Drake Land Raider, getting ready to get close and start smashing. Tactical squad to then claim the objective straight away with a flamethrower tank to back them up. Scorpius in the background to provide long range fire support. And then finally the Venator to move quickly, get some good firing positions and start getting some cheeky side shots.
Dark Angels deployment there, so I've got my Spartan with my Inner Circle Knights ready to zoom up and try and sort of combat the horrific Land Raider filled with the Fire Drakes in there. I've got my Despoiler squad moving up, trying to seize that objective. I've got my Sabres in support, so again, moving into positions. I'm just very aware there's a lot of templates at this point in time, so hopefully I can get a good seize, but we'll see. So I think I've got a lot of things grouped together at the moment. But moving on, like I say, I've got my Sabres, I've got my Sigma and Omegas ready to come up the reserve there. But in the middle here, I've got my Deredale with the Plasmas and the Las Cannon team there as well, supported by a tactical squad. Now they are unfortunately staring down the barrel of a Typhon, but again, just something I'm going to have to deal with and hopefully deal with it in the first turn. But we'll see. I've got another tactical squad up here ready to try and go after that objective. And then finally, I've got 2 infiltrating recon squads in the Rhinos on the objectives already, more or less. So one here and one over in the other corner there. So hopefully I can get the C's and get some sneaky little shots off. Maybe he's on the side of the Typhon, maybe he's on the side of the Kratos. It's where their flare shields won't do anything, but it's all depending on me rolling a 6, which, if you've watched enough games, doesn't happen very often. So what we'll do is we'll get everything sorted and then we'll start roll for the first turn. Let's see if I can seize this initiative and get the first turn.
Go on.
No, just off by 1.
Salamander's movement phase. On the left-hand flank, the Pyroclasts have gotten out of the Land Raider and ran onto the objective to score me some early points in the game. The Typhon has trundled forward, drawing on line of sight onto the Las Cannon team, hopefully try and reduce the threat of them being there. The Kratos has slowly moved forward, getting into range of the Despoiler squads. The Flamestorm Predator has moved up, as well as the Land Raider with the Fire Drakes getting out, hopefully to get a charge. The Tactical Squad has ran forward onto the objective, which Ian reacted with his Rhino to move further forward. And finally the Venator has moved and has got side armour of the Rhino. The Salamander shooting phase, the Pyroclast Land Raider is going to open fire at the Rhino. In range.
Which I felt was a little bit unfair, but you know, it's just a rhino.
You've got to start with something, you know.
That's fair.
Start. The left-hand Gravis Las Cannon and the twin-linked are in Arc of Fire. The right hand is not. I'm going to start off with the Gravis Las Cannon. 2 shots, hitting on 3s. 1 hit. And...
Didn't do anything.
Well,
I'm liking this already, man.
Fortunately, with Sunder, is a glance, sir.
Glance.
So 1 whole point so far.
1 glance.
The twin-linked Las Cannon in the centre hole hits and penetrates.
Yep.
Which will then explode you.
It. So do you want to roll for everyone? There's 5 guys in it.
Yes, 5 guys.
5 recon marines.
5 poor recon marines.
Yeah.
That is 5 wounds, sir.
5 wounds, so 5 saves. You get 2 of them, so 3 of them are left. Let's go grab them. With them getting out, well, removing themselves from the explosion of the vehicle, they need a pinning check now. So, let's see if I can do. And they're fine. So they're not pinned, and they're actually contesting that objective now.
Boo. Continuing the theme of overkilling rhinos, the Venator is now going to shoot into the rhino. Would you like to evade or anything, sir?
Nope.
Right.
It is a Venator into a rhino.
Yes.
I have a very sneaky suspicion of what's going to happen here.
Probably going to hurt itself. 2 shots from the main.
A double 1 would be beautiful.
Oh, 1 hit, and it is strength 10 ordnance, so 2d6 on the armor pen, which is a penetrating hit.
Funny that, isn't it?
Yeah, very funny. And AP1, it is immobilized.
Yep, that's fine.
Yep, and there is 2 snap-firing las cannons. They will be hit on 6s with 1 hit. And side armor, that is a glance.
Yep, so that's another 1 down, so he's down to 1 whole point.
1 whole point and immobilized.
1 pinning test for the recon squad that's in the rhino there that was immobilized. They are fine, so they're going to get out next turn.
The Fire Drake Land Raider is now going to open fire. It is within 9 inches of one of the objectives, so it is at -1 ballistic skill.
Yeah, so that radiation's interfering with all the scanners and everything like that, so it is, like you say, -1 ballistic skill. So hopefully this is going to work out for me, but there's a lot of twin-linked stuff there, so...
Well, yes, there's a bit of twin-linked. I have decided that the Gravis Las Cannon is going to fire into the Sabres to try and cripple some of that incoming firepower. The twin-linked Las Cannon is going to go into the Spartan, try and get a hull point, and the multi-melter is going to shoot into the despoilers.
Rockin', I'm not going to react with any of them. As you might gather, I'm waiting until something else happens before reacting with a shooting attack.
Wonder what that might be. Starting off with the Gravis Las Cannons, hitting on 4s because of the -1 ballistic skill. That is still 2 hits. Front armor of a Sabre, sir, is 12.
Yes.
So looking for 3s. Sunder, fortunately. Reroll them. Still, 1 glance.
1 glance. All right.
And see you get a 6 up in the vein and cover save for the spoilers and the Mercer.
Which I don't make, so it takes a whole point. It's down to 2.
Going on to the multi-melter into the spoiler squad, hitting on 4s, but twin-linked. Still hits, and wounding on a 2. That is 1 dead despoiler.
Yeah, I'm not going to get any save from that, so that is definitely
it is AP1.
1 dead despoiler.
And finally, the twin-linked las cannon into the Spartan, hitting on 4s, which hits. Looking for that 6 again to glance. With Sunder. No, unscathed.
Good flare shield's doing all the job there.
The Flamestorm Predator is opening fire into the spoilers. Torrent 80 on its Flamestorm cannon, so it's managed to hit 5 to spoilers. Strength 7.
Engulfs them in flame, go on.
Yeah, strength 7, so wounding on 2s. That is 4 wounds, sir.
4 wounds, so 4 saves. 1 of them goes down, gets engulfed in flames.
Immolated.
But that's not enough for a panic check yet.
Orpheus is now opening fire onto the spoiler squad. Going to try and get some cheeky pinning.
Some cheeky pinning, is
some
that
cheeky pinning, that is the words we're using. I'm going to aim on this man's head because it's out of line of sight, but fortunately my Desurian on the Kratos has a Nuncio Vox, and he can draw line of sight to him, so I'm going to try and re-roll any scutters, which might go awry on this man here.
Yep.
And rolling the scutter. And it will scatter 5 inches, and I think I might be happy with that, so
we'll
work it out.
Work it out, and we'll come back to you.
After the scatter, I've hit 4 men, so I'm going to now roll for it. It's strength 8, and because it hasn't moved, it has got rending 4+.
Yep.
Of which 2 are rending and 2 are armors.
So 2 saves, 2 are fine, but 2 armors.
2 are dead, and it is a pinning check as well, sir.
It is a pinning check, so I'll take my pinning check as well. That is fine, so they're okay.
The Kratos is going to continue to keep bullying that poor despoiler squad, which I'm opening up on.
Look, as long as you're not shooting anything else, I'm fine.
Well,
that despoiler squad can be that sacrificial lamb.
They will be sacrificed. In range and in line of sight are 4 men, and I'll be opening fire with the autocannon first, and then the Magnum melter cannon, because that's what's in range. Firing with the autocannon first, hitting on 3s, because not within any range or anything. That is 2 hits, which means that the main gun is now twin linked.
Yep.
Wounding on 2s with the autocannon for 1 armor save. 1
armor save, which is in the box. Which fails it.
Fails them, man.
So that's 1 go up, 1 goes down from that.
And then it is 4 shots from the melter cannon, hitting on 3s with twin linked. Twin linked for 2 shots.
Yeah.
And that is still 1 miss.
That's 3 shots though, so 2s.
2s, yep. That is
there we go.
3 dead men.
I'll be getting a cover save, will I?
Yes, of the turrets.
So cover save 6+. No, that's 3 dead men.
Finally, the Typhon is going to open fire onto the las cannon team.
Now, funny enough, I haven't used a reaction this turn up until this point. Now, I will be returning fire into the Typhon.
Ooh, very good. I am just within that man's head. Yep. It will be hitting 4 men, so rolling to scatter for a direct hit.
Direct hit, so you do get 4 of them under that template.
And it is strength 12, AP 3 with rending 4+.
Yep. Funny that, 4 of them.
Yes.
So I will cover save.
Okay. Brutal Forcer.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, the first one. He's definitely dead. Definitely.
Ooh, just.
Only half dead.
Yeah.
And then.
Another one dead.
Another one dead. So, yeah, you killed 4 of them.
Yes.
I'm going to say, after all that, yeah, 4 of them are definitely dead. But I will do my return fires.
Yep.
Return fires. I only have 7 of them in range. In line of sight. So they are Iron Wing though, so they do get to reroll 1s to hit. Ooh. So let's rock and roll. Which is not great because that's a lot of 2s there.
Oh, not even.
Which is a shame. But 3 of them go through. Now I'm relying on the 6s because you do have a flare shield.
It does have a flare shield, so 6s.
Let's get those 6s. I get 1.
Ooh, and with Sunder, sir?
With Sunder.
For the other 2?
For the other 2. Oh, yes, you're right. I always forget last cannons have Sunder. No, so 1 goes through.
Takes a whole point.
And takes a whole point off. For that brutalising round of shooting for the first turn, I've got a couple of morale checks to take. The despoilers first, let's see if they stick around. They do, they're still sticking around. And then the las cannon team, they are also sticking around as well. So they're all sticking around to the next turn.
Moving into the assault phase, the fire drakes are going to try and do a long bomb charge of 8 inches at that despoiler squad.
I reckon they'll be able to do it, but I am going to hold the line with these lads. Yeah. So I do need to make a test. My sergeant is dead, so I've only got my leadership 7. So let's see if they stick around. They don't, so they're running, so you've got, if you chase them...
Yeah, I've got to make the 8-inch charge first.
You do.
Ready? And
they do. I'm running away, 2d6. Fortunately, the Cataphracti cannot run after me, so they can't swoop in advance after me. So how far do I run? 4 inches away, so let's get them moved back.
End of Salamanders turn 1. After the Dark Angel Despoiler squad ran away, I have moved my 4 inches consolidation movement towards a Spartan. Reason thinking is, if the despoiler squad stay, I've kind of locked the Spartan, so it can't move too much, which might try and help keep him close and get some cover from the incoming fire from everything else. The tactical squad has managed to secure me a VP with getting into range. However, his Dark Angel Seeker squad over there has denied me scoring a VP over there.
Recon squad.
Recon squad.
Can't afford these Seeker squads.
Ah, not the Seekers today then. The last thing to do is my It Will Not Die roll on my Typhon, because Salamanders gain a 6+ It Will Not Die on models with more than 2 wounds or hull points. It is a 6-up, which I do not make.
Hooray! So the start of my movement, I've got to see if these despoilers continue to run off the board or whether they do rally. They will run off the board.
Oh no.
So they're up. I only run 2 inches. So they might make it. Let's find out.
Ooh.
No, they're off.
Oh.
Starting up with the Dark Angels turn 1 shooting. The Sabres are going to open fire into the Fire Drakes because I hate them and they need to die, but there's a lot of stuff going on at the minute. One of my Sabres is at -1 ballistic skill for being within the radioactive objective.
Excellent.
And then, because of the way Salamanders work, is I'll be -1 to wound them as well.
Yes.
But because they're a fire wing unit and there's an independent character in there, I'm +1 to wound as well, so it nullifies it. So I'm still wounding on 2, sorry.
Nice
so
one.
the first one, hitting on 4s.
Yep.
Because of the rad phage. I will take
shooting
that.
tech.
That's not too bad at all.
And 2s.
And then 2s, which makes, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds from them.
Yep, which I'll do my 2-up armor save.
Yep.
And, oh god, I take 3 wounds.
3 wounds from that. And then 3 more from the D-flag, which does nothing. If that was a jam, that would be a jam. If that was an assault cannon, sorry. And then the other one, who's hitting normally, surprisingly enough, did a little bit the same, actually. That's not too bad. So wounding on 2s. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds from them.
Come on, try not lose any more, Ben. Oh, that's another dead Drake.
Another one, another 2. So another 2 wounds. So another 2 more wounds from that.
Another 2 armor. They pass both of them.
The Spartan, now I'm going to be something controversial here. I'm going to split off the heavy bolters to fire this tactical squad here because it's within the rad phase area of the objective. So I will be wounding them on 2s.
Nasty.
The multiple las cannons though will be going into the fire drakes because they need to die.
Boo!
So las cannons first, hitting on 3s, re-rolling. So all of them, and then 2s. So that's 4 wounds, sir. So 3+ invulnerable saves.
And which I will take it on my Praetor because he's battle hardened 1.
Shark, who could have guessed that he was going to do that?
Yeah, so 3-up invuln saves, and he makes all 4.
Makes all of them, but then the heavy bolters into the tactical squad.
Yep.
So hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. That's 4 wounds from them.
And 4 armor saves on the tactical squad. And they're all fine as well.
Okay. I'm going to open fire with my plasma casters into the fire drakes as well. Again, it's tough to kill them, but let's see what damage we can do. Now, I didn't know this, but I can elect to use Wall of Death, which isn't as part of the charge reaction, so you can literally just do it. So the first 2 have opened fire, and I've got 4 of them in there, but the 3 behind, I've got 3d3 shots. So let's go the 3d3. So I get 6, 7, 8. Correction, 5 extra. That's me not doing my maths properly. So that's 13 hits altogether. So let's see how many I can wound. So I need 5s to wound, but 6s are AP2. So that is 1 AP2 and 1 wound. So that was not great.
The 2+ armor save, which I'll get a reroll from the blast templates.
Yeah.
Saves, and then a 3-up invuln.
Which you save as well. Easy enough. And then the Volkite Charger from the Praetor.
Yep.
He's hitting on 2s.
And wounding on 4s.
Wounding on 4s. So 1 wound.
And on the Praetor, he loves it.
Yeah. Plasma Omega is going to open fire up into the tactical squad next to the objective there. So it is wounding them. But let's see what damage we can do. So hitting on...
Yeah, I am going to evade this.
You're going to evade them. So 3s to hit, but I get to re-roll fails, which is good because that's them. So that's all but 1 this time. And then
3s to wound, but 4s are breaching.
3s to wound and 4s are breaching. Sorry. And then, so that is 1, 2, 3 normal saves. And, what's that? 5, 6, 9 breaches saves.
9 breaches. I'll do the armor saves first.
Yep.
Of 3+, of which I'll fail 2.
But you get your evade.
Oh, yep. I'll go to 11 evades now for the fails. So I'll just get my dice. That is 11 here, and 5s. Oh,
not
that
good.
is squad wiped.
That's the squad gone. Opening up next with my last cannon teams, and rather than targeting the Typhon, which my Rhino has now gracefully blocked in the way, I'm going to open up into the side armour of this Land Raider right here. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah. So, I mean, side armour is still 14.
Yeah,
but
still 14.
Let's see if I can hit. Let's.
Not getting that one.
My squad's not
5s
doing
and 6s
well
with Sunder.
with Sunder though, which does nothing.
Oh,
that is absolutely atrocious. The Deredeo is now going to open fire up into the fire drakes as well. I'm not going to use the large blast marker because it has a risk of hitting my own troops there, and because of Salamanders, that'd still be -1 to hit to wound them anyway. So I'm just going to,
and I'm going to evade this as well.
Yeah. So I'm going to open up with the plasma, the Hellfire plasma. So 6 shots, hitting on 2s.
Twin linked.
Twin linked. So all of them.
And 3s and 4s.
3s and 4s, and 4s are breaching. So 1 breaching.
2 breaching.
2 breaching, and then 2 normal saves.
The 2 breaching on the Praetor, and then I'll do the 2 armors on the other guys. So I'll take 1 wound to the Praetor.
Yeah.
And then on the regular guys. Ooh!
We're getting these evades.
Yes,
So
because
let's see. We're getting excited for nothing there.
Yeah.
So
the failed wound invuln on the Praetor. He takes the wound, and then the 2 armor saves on the Drakes. I see both!
Fluky get! Heavy bolters next to go, so 4 shots. Twin link though, so reroll that one. And then 3 to wounds, so that's 3 wounds. So another 3 ones, that'll be great, man. If you can roll that, that'll be fantastic.
Yeah, let's go.
One, you get your evade.
Which I made!
Come on! And then the rockets.
Yeah.
I get, not that. Strength 6.
2's the wound.
So 2's to wound, so 2 wounds.
And I'm going to put it on the Praetor. For 2 saves.
2 saves, yeah, that's fine. That's disappointing with your fluky evades and everything.
Evades.
Quick snap fire from the immobilized Rhino into the Venator there. So 6s to hit. I don't do it. Twin linked. No, that's not even good enough. The other recon squad though is going to open fire into this unit of what are they?
Pyroclast.
Pyroclast. That's right. So to see what I can do, I need 3s to hit, as I would do normally.
And 3s to wound.
3s to wound because of the rad phase. So that is 3 wounds.
3 wounds of a 2-up artificer save. I pass all 3.
Totally fine. And then a multi-melter into there as well from the Rhino.
Hitting on 4s.
Which misses, but twin linked, which misses again. As Martin says, this is the ultimate Hail Mary of the Rhino here with its multi-melter into the front arc of the Typhon. So I'm wanting 6s, followed by 6s, followed by 6s to try and murder this thing. Come on! So hitting on 4s. I missed, but it's twin linked. So it hits.
Oh, he's on! He needs
2d6 armor penetration.
7's the glance, 8's the pen.
Oh, it doesn't do anything. That's disappointing. The other recon squad now going to open fire into the fire drakes into the back of them. 2 of them are in rapid fire range, but I'm let's see, hitting on 3s.
Yeah, 4s.
And then wounding on 3s because these are fire wing.
Oh.
So that is 5 wounds.
Oh, wow. 5 2-ups, and I'm going to be cheeky and try and tank it on the Praetor.
That's fine.
He's dead. No, he's not.
You saved that other wound, so it's okay. So he's on 1 wound.
After weathering the storm of all the incoming fire, these fire drakes have now got to do an immorale test. They are stubborn 10 with the Praetor, and I passed on a 9.
I saw the 5. I was like, if that's going to go any higher, but yes. Funny enough, my Inner Circle Knights there will be charging the fire drakes, and I know for a fact you'll be doing
my advanced reaction, sir.
So tell the people what it does.
So it gives them +1 weapon skill, +1 strength, and +1 attack.
Yeah. Which is nonsense.
Yes, it
but
is.
I do get in there before you, so let's see if I can make it in.
I think you
Funny
might.
enough, I do.
Funny enough, yes.
Right, we'll get everything moved in and we'll start that fight. My Praetor's issued a challenge to your Praetor and
he has stepped up and we're going to do this man on man.
Now, because you're weapon skill 7 now, because of your advanced reaction, I'm only weapon skill 6.
Yep.
I would normally be hitting on 5s, but I am Deathwing, which adds 1, so I'm now hitting on 4s.
Excellent.
So let's roll these 4s. That's all of them. I need, what's your toughness?
4.
So
5.
2. So 2s, and then 5s and 6s are instant deathed. So either way, that's 2 saves. One of them's a normal armor save though.
Normal armor.
And then the other ones you're invulnerable.
I'm down to 1 wound, so
it is.
So the armor and the invuln. Oh,
he's done it! He's killed the Praetor! I've now gone to the other Inner Circle Knights. Again, because of the advanced reaction, I'm weapon skill lower than him. My Preceptor's the same, so my Preceptor's actually hitting on 3s.
Yep.
So, and re-rolling 1s. So that's all of those. So 3 hits from them. And then that is 3 normal saves.
3 normal saves of 2+. Is it AP3s?
It is AP3.
AP3, so 2-ups. They are 3 saves.
Yeah, and then the rest of the Knights hitting on 4s. Re-rolling any 1s, which I don't have. But 5s and 6s are instant death and 2s. So that is 1 instant death.
3 instant deaths.
3 instant deaths and 2 normal saves.
I will do the 2 normal saves first. The wounded fire drake will die. And then, was it 3 instant?
3 instant deaths.
3 instant deaths. Ooh, one fire drake goes alive. The lone fire drake is standing strong with the advanced reaction, and because my fire master is up at the 4 attacks now, and he's hitting on 3s.
Yep.
He has a forge bone on Nocturne, so he's re-rolling 1s, and his Thunderhammer is mastercrafted for 1 reroll. So hitting on 3s with 4 attacks.
Oh, you need
and
it.
And I get the reroll them. That is 3 hits,
Yep.
and he's strength 9 with a thunder hammer. So looking for 2s, and now you're
Funny
3 brutal 2s.
3 times. First one.
Oh, he
fine.
lives.
Second one. No. And then another one. Down.
Takes 2 down with
So
him.
2 of them are gone. Morale, you lost that combat.
I
but
did. I am stubborn, and I have leadership 9. So watch me roll a 10.
This is what I'm wanting. No.
Oh, I rolled a 9.
So
Nice stay in
close.
combat. And finally, after that, with the advanced reaction, I have to roll a d6 for each man, and on a 6, he will take a wound, which he does not.
Oh, close.
Very close.
So with my wrap up this turn, I've got an objective over here, which is quite good because I've obviously wiped out that squad of tactical marines, which was a massive, massive success there. The combat over here went far better than I was expecting. Admittedly, that lone fire drake did take out 2 of my inner circle knights, but again, sabers, man. I love sabers.
Wait a shots, they're amazing.
Firepower. I love sabers. I think they're brilliant.
And the fact you had the hexagrammaton to get the +1 it negated it was
That's
amazing.
right. Like making them Firewing for sneaky little independent character squads.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Last cannon teams, I don't see the fuss. I don't see the fuss.
That's more dice rolls, mate.
everyone seems to say, but they're great. I was like, I don't see the fuss. And then over here, I've got this one's contested as well. So from that first turn, I've got 6 victory points. 7 victory points.
7 VP, yes. Salamanders movement 2. I've just pushed up with what I've got. The Pyroclasts have moved forwards to deal with the Recon Marines and clear the objective.
I think they'll manage that fine, to be honest.
I think they will, but
the 3 Recon Marines that are
ready
there.
for a charge if needed.
I mean, I've got my tactical squads back there as well.
Yes, exactly. The Land Raider there is going to try and pop that Rhino. The Typhon has moved a little bit to draw more line of fire onto the remainder of the las cannon team, just to try and finish them off. Kratos pushed up slowly again, got some line of sight onto the sabres to try and do some melter damage. Scorpius has stayed where it is, because it's in a good firing position. The Predator with the Flamestorm cannons has moved up, getting ready to try and torch that recon squad off the objective.
Toasty Recon squad right there by the looks of it.
Oh, it's going to be very toasty in here. The Fire Drake's Land Raider has got line of sight on the Sakaran Omegas, going to try and deal with them. And the Venator has got a line of sight on the Derrideo and try and hopefully shut him down.
So after moving his the Fire Drake Land Raider, I reacted with my my sabers just to get them into a better position, so my Sikaran Omegas could actually move through without hopefully not getting them jammed up in a traffic line if one of them got immobilized. But there we go.
Kicking off the shooting phase, the Pyroclast Land Raider is going to fire everything it has into the Rhino. My thought process being, if I can blow it up, I can cause some extra damage to the guys inside.
That's very true. Very true. Right.
Starting with the Gravis las cannons, and I'm not within 9 inches to the ballistic modifier, so hitting on 3s with the 4 shots for 3 hits. The twin link las cannon is fortunately twin linked.
Yeah.
And it was that one correct, yes? Mm-hmm. Yep. So that was a total of 4 hits.
Yep.
2's the glance, 3's the pen. That is 1 glance and 2 pens with Sunder. That is 3 pens.
So 3 pens. Well, it's gone. But let's see if I get my 6.
save.
So my glance, no. But the 3 pens, also no. So it's gone. So
Yep.
see what happens if it blows up.
3 chances of blowing up. Come on. It blows up.
Yeah, it does. Kaboom. There's 10 people inside.
And how big does it explode in? I'll let you roll for it.
It is a 1-inch explosion, so I'll get 1 more.
Yes. The 10 men inside, I'm now going to roll the wound with the explosion. Wounding on 2s. That is 7 wounds.
Rock and roll. Right,
So them for you.
7 wounds. You get 2 of them.
2 of them. So that's 2 dead, and it'll be a pinning check for you as well, sir.
So I'll do the pinning check now while I'm here. So
Yeah,
they're fine,
it.
but
And
there's
then
2 dead.
And then the 1 Recon Marine.
Yeah,
He's wounded.
but he is also fine.
Excellent. The Flamestorm Predator is now going to shoot the Recon Marine on squad on the objective. I got 5 hits with Torrent Flamer, and then it's now 2d6 with the heavy flamers on the side because I moved my full
So you
combat
start
speed.
shotting, so you wall death from them.
So
Yeah.
it's 2d6 with Salamanders, so it's an extra 7 hits.
Yeah.
So that will go to 12 hits total.
Yep.
The wounding on 2s,
Yeah.
because strength 6 and
Yeah,
strength 7.
that's fine.
And that is 10 wounds, sir. With all
10
being instant death since you are red phage from being on the
I'm
objective.
red phage. That is a very good point. So, there we go. 10 wounds.
Yep.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just enough to
Get
wipe
off
out
the
that squad.
objective. The Kratos now opening fire. The main gun with the autocannon is going to go into the Sabres because he's got side armour who's within armour bin range. And then the multi-melter on top is going to shoot at the Rhino, which is trying to be ever so heroic and taking on the Typhon. Starting with
stopping out his heroic kids is what that is.
Yes. Got
Putting an end to that heroism.
Putting that nonsense together.
Right.
The autocannon first, hitting on 3s.
No.
No hits, so not twin linked on the main gun. Hitting on 3s with 4 shots.
Yep.
All hit.
All hit. Uh-oh.
And side armour of a Sabre?
11.
11. So 3's a glance on 2d6. First one.
Hey, look, it's a penetrating hit.
Second one.
It's a pen.
Third is a pen.
So my 3.
And the fourth one is a pen.
So 4 cover saves. Now, we've said, because it's only in the side armour of this one here, there is a lot of stuff in the way. So we're getting a 5 cover save on those ones. So, none of them though. Not even over a 3. Excellent. So that's 4.
One at a time because it's squadron.
Yep.
First one is nothing. Well, so 1 whole point. Second one is immobilized, so that one's wrecked.
So that's wrecked.
And then the last 2 on the remaining one. Double stunned.
Double stunned.
Double shaken. Now the multi-melter is going to shoot into the Rhino, hitting on 3.
Picking on things, Martin.
I like my overkill, what can I say?
Then.
Hitting on 3s. A hit.
Yep.
And needing a 3 to glance on the front armour.
Yep.
That's nothing. It will live. The Venator is going to do a cheeky shot.
A cheeky shot?
A cheeky shot. You know I love a cheeky shot. At the Derrideo. It's done a lot of firepower, so I want to try and shut it down with the shock pulse. I am within 9 inches of the objective, so it's going to be hitting on 4s instead of 3s.
So it is the Radphage is affecting it.
The Radphage is affecting it. So 2 shots on the main gun, hitting on 4s.
Ooh.
Oh, 2 misses. And then the snap-firing las cannons from the ordnance weapon, hitting on 6s. Nothing.
So the Derrideo lives another day.
Fire Drake Land Raider now is drawing sight onto the 2 Omegas, so that we have 5 las cannon shots going into them.
I am going to evade with this one just because I do want my Omegas to survive a little bit better there.
Yeah, and then the multi-melter is going to then also split fire into the
other child.
The other child,
yes. Spare child.
Yes, well, you know what Salamanders are like with children. Lots of flame involved. I'll do the multi-melter first. Hitting on 4s because of the Radphage. And it will hit.
Oh, no.
And side armour is 11.
Yep.
Nothing.
No, nothing.
It lives. The cheeky bugger.
Wow. Okay. Last cannons then.
Last cannons. Yep. The Gravis last cannons are hitting on 4s.
Yep.
So now 4 shots. That is 2 hits. And then the twin link last cannon misses, but twin linked. Hits.
Yep.
Front armour 13, so needing 4s and 5s with Sunder. So that's 1 penetrating hit so far. Just 1 penetrating and 1 glance.
1 glance. So I do my evade. So the glance, no, but the penetrate, no. So that is disappointing.
And the penetrating hit will do weapon destroyed.
Weapon destroyed. Well, it has to be the main cannon because it's a battle cannon. So the first turret goes taken down. I'll just put that on there, and then there we go.
The Scorpius is now opening fire on the tactical squad, which has gotten out the Rhino. Playing with fire with this one, ironically, because it's out of line of sight, so I will be full scattering.
Full scattering, back onto those pyroclasts.
Most
That's
likely,
what I want to see, Martin.
Yeah, it's most likely going to happen. So the original target is going to be here, on that man's head. And now for the scatter, it will scatter 4 inches this way.
4 inches that way.
After doing the scatter, we've hit 3 men.
Got 3 under the blast template there. So
strength 8.
Like you said.
Wounding on 2s, looking for them 4s. For 1 rend and 1 wound.
So 1 wound, I'll take a save, which I save, but the other one just gets annihilated by the ordnance.
And it is pinning, so I will need a pinning check off you as well.
In that case, I will do the pinning right now, which they pass.
Just. The Typhon once again is taking fire at the las cannon team on that man's head there. So I'm now going to roll the scatter to see what happens.
Hopelessly scatters off.
A direct hit.
Direct hit gets 5 of them.
Gets 5 of them. So it is strength 12.
Yep.
AP 3, brutal 4, but rending 4 plus. That is just 5 AP 3s.
5 AP 3s. So with this, I've got it on the tactical squad there now. I do have a sergeant there. He does have armour to protect him though, so I need to see if I can take it. But that does mean I'm rolling 20 dice, sorry.
20 dice. 4 times at a time.
4 times because of the reroll. So, but I do get a reroll because of the heavy. So, I get to reroll those.
Ooh.
And he's fine at the minute.
That's the first one.
That's the first one.
Just 4 more to go.
That's fine from that one. Oh,
Oh, into a one.
it's fine from that one.
Oh,
it's fine
he's
from
still
that one.
alive. Can he last the last
And the
one?
last one. Oh no.
Oh,
He's
oh,
fine.
he loves it.
Oh, he's just tanked everything from that one Typhon shell.
The 2 las cannons are going to then try and hit the two Marines who just stood there laughing
Yeah.
at him. Hitting on 4s because within 9 inches of the rad phage. And for 1 hit.
Yeah.
And wounding on 2s. That is
yeah.
a wound, and they have a 6
Cover save, which I don't
Oh.
make, so he annihilates one of the las cannon members.
The Salamanders into the charge phase. I've decided to try and clear the objective entirely, so I'm going to multi-charge. I will make it into the Recon Marines, but I've got an 8-inch charge to make it into the tactical squad.
Now I have reacted. I am going to Overwatch with both units because I do have 2 reactions in my assault phase.
Yeah.
So we'll get back to you. So we'll see who gets the charge in. see if we
So
can get in.
I'm going to make it with the primary, but I need an 8 to make it into the second. Which I
What you
made with a
do, so
9.
it's in there. So we'll work out the shots and get back to you. So you've managed to make it into both squads there. Now just a bit of clarification on what's going on. So the Recon squad, they're part of the Firewing Hexagrammaton, which means if there's an independent character in the squad, they get the +1 to wound.
Which there is, because there's a champion.
Because there's a champion in there. Now because they're within 9 inches of the rad phage of the objective, I'm now wounding them on 2s with bolters.
It's amazing.
Which is great. So right, let's roll to see what I can do. So I'm hitting, never mind.
2 hits, wounding on 2s.
So 2 wounds.
And auto fighter saves on the private class. I pass both.
Totally fine. And then I don't get the +1 to wound with the tactical squad, but I do get a +1 from the, wounding on 3s because of the rad phage. So hitting on 3s. Get rid of all of them. And
shooting.
wounding
That
on
was
3s. Which is a lot worse. So that's what, 6, 7 wounds there. 8 wounds, sorry.
8 wounds. Okay,
Yep.
I have 8 dice, 8 2-ups. I will take a wound on the way in.
There you go, 1 wound.
Starting the fight phase, the champion is declaring a challenge.
Yeah, so he'll be going first because you've a higher initiative. But
Initiative 5.
my sergeant, my recon sergeant's going to accept it just because I feel like he has to, just
Yeah.
to put up a fight.
Just to help.
But go on, let's
So,
see you
weapon
murder
skill
this
6.
sergeant then.
Hit, 4 attacks, I've got 2 specialist weapons, hitting on 3s and mastercrafted the Paragon Blade.
Oh!
Needs a reroll, hits twice.
Yeah.
Wounding on 2s because of
Wounding
rad
on
phage.
2s.
And will instant
Oh, he's
kill him.
dead.
So
He's
that's
very
2.
dead
He's
at that
very
point.
dead.
So the sergeant's dead, doesn't get to fight back.
Now to initiative step 4, 3
Yep.
pyroclasts are going to swing into the Recon Marines. Because it's disorder, I don't get any charge bonuses,
Yep.
but I still have 2 attacks
I was
each.
going to say, I don't think it'll make much of a difference.
Yeah, so 6 attacks, hitting on 4s. For 5
5 hits, yeah.
And because of rad phage,
3s to
wounding on
wound.
3s.
Yep.
And that is, ooh,
2. It's
Just a
enough.
2.
But one
Oh.
goes down, but the other one survives.
And they still get the fight
They
back.
do. So there's 2 attacks hitting against the pyroclast. 1 hit. Wounding on 2s because they're fire wing, but that is 1 wound.
2 up armor save, which I pass.
Surprisingly enough. And then
And then I've got 5 pyroclasts swinging at the tactical squad. 10 attacks, hitting on 4s. Oh, not the best. I've only got 4 hits. Wounding on 3s though.
yeah,
Because the rad phage. For 1 armor save, sir.
so 1 armor save, which I
Oh,
pass.
he loves it.
And I'll do my attacks back with my tactical marines. Now they've all got chainswords and they're Deathwing as well.
Oh.
So they may fare a little bit better. I still got to get through 2 wounds each though. So hitting on 3s for all of those.
And wounding on
And then
3s.
wounding on
with shred.
3s with shred, which is good because no, it's not. Doesn't make any difference whatsoever there. So that's 6 wounds there, sir.
6 wounds, 2 up armor saves.
Yep.
I pass all of them.
Cool. And then my sergeant with a carbonite warblade hitting on 3s and wounding
tray.
on 2s. Oh, for God's sakes! So there we go.
And then initiative step 1 is
Yep.
the pyroclast
With the power
with the power fist. Can only hit the recon marine.
Yep.
Hitting on 4s for nothing.
Excellent. So that is I lose by 1.
By 2.
By 2, sorry.
So
So the recon squad passes. No, he doesn't. He fails.
fails by 1, yeah.
And then the tactical squad passes.
So he runs away 2d6, but I can't catch him.
Yeah, so he runs away 8 inches. Let's get him moved out of the way. So yeah, after that combat, this is how we've ended up. That unit of power class still looking very dangerous on there, but we still contested that objective.
Yep.
So on to the fight that actually matters with the fire drakes there. See if I can get them taken out there.
The heroic fire drake.
Praetor's going in there first with his tyrannic greatsword. So normally he'd be hitting on threes,
so
but he gets +1, so he's hitting on 2s now.
Cheeky.
So hitting on 2s, all of those. Wounding on 2s and 5s and 6s are instant deaths. So that's 2 instant deaths and 1 normal armor save, sir.
The normal armor save. I pass, and I need to pass 2 3-ups or death. I die.
So he goes down to the Praetor. With the consolidate move from the inner circle knights, they've managed to get back into the Spartan, ready to move next turn and see what I can do then.
End of Salamanders turn 2. Overall, a fairly decent turn. I've managed to clear out one objective, so Ian isn't scoring on the left flank, and on the right, I've contested it. Hopefully, I'll win that, but obviously, dice can be fickle. I've got a couple It Will Not Dies. I have a 5-up It Will Not Die on the Pyroclast. Boo. Yes, well, a 5-up. And he actually heals.
He does.
Of course he heals.
Of course he does.
And then a 6-up It Will Not Die on the Typhon. Oh, no. It doesn't heal.
Does that mean he loses another one?
No, he doesn't. Not that lucky.
So starting up my turn 2, see if that Recon Marine can rally. He does, he turns around. Excellent. Turns around, and then let's get on with the movement. The 4 inches of consolidation there, he's managed to move up there, hopefully to try and get around and maybe get the objective back when Martin forgets about him.
Yeah, sneaky Recon Marines doing sneaky
cheeky little Recon Marine.
Oh, cheeky little Recon Marine.
Otherwise, movement-wise, I've made my Rhino. I got the tactical squad out to get the objective in the middle there. They've gotten out and gotten there, and the Rhino moved it around here, so it's got a better shot with its multi-melter into the Land Raider.
You'll be sound.
The other one is the Deredeo has moved up to take a couple of pot shots down line. My aim is to target the Kratos now that I'm in its side arc rather than its in front flare shield arc. Otherwise, the Sabre that was here has turbo boosted all the way around down the other side. Those little speedy little things. I love them. Absolutely amazing. And everything else has just moved up, ready to take aim and take fire at everything else down against the Salamanders there. With my shooting is this tiny little Rhino, which was forgotten about. So I've got a multi-melter here, which is no longer firing snapshots. So let's see if I can shoot it. I am -1 because of the rat phase.
I believe.
So it misses, but it's twin linked. It hits. 2d6 armor penetration.
That's a very much a pen.
And then it's boom!
Boom, boom. How big does it go?
Explodes, and it explodes 2 inches. So that is 1 Venator gone. Explosion of the Venator. The only thing that's actually going to get it is the Rhino that gets it. So he could actually damage it.
It could actually kill it. Gets down to 1 hull point. I just need to roll a 3.
Then it does. So there we go. That is 1 Rhino for 1 Venator.
Heroic sacrifice.
Moving on, I've got my Spartan here, which is going to take a couple of shots into the Fire Drake's Land Raider. So it's got its last cannons.
And I'm going to evade.
And Martin has reacted. He is evading, so let's see if I can do some damage. So the last cannons, all hit.
Yep. 5s and 6s. That's 1 penetrating so far.
And then sundered. That's 2 penetrating. Let's see if I can get some good shots here. This is what I want to see.
Double 5 just coming up. Oh, one goes through.
One of them. Come on.
And it's a 6
that's gone as well. So with that exploding, I was getting a little bit excited. It actually explodes an inch.
Which fortunately, well for you, gets the Predator.
The Predator as well. So let's see if I can get the Predator as well. Side armor.
I think it's 12.
So it's not enough to do anything. So you're totally fine there. So that's all right. Moving on, the Plasma Omega is going to open fire into the Predator, the Flamestorm Predator there. So rolling these, hitting on the side armor there. So
I can't believe you bullied my poor Predator.
I know, and I would do it again. So get these twin linked.
Makes up for
all of them hit. So side armor 12, strength 8, so 4s, and then 5s and 6s.
And that is 1 dead Predator.
Yes, it is. So that's 2 penetrates, 3 penetrates, and a glance.
Enough to kill him.
The last cannon team, which so far not been impressed with, to be honest, is going to take a shot at the Typhon. So the Typhon, only 3 of them can see it though. So only 3 last cannons can see the Typhon. So
let's roll 3 2s.
Roll the hits. I get the re-rolls because of my Iron Wing. So that's 3 hits.
6s a glance or Sunder?
6s. Nope, none of them, but Sunder. 1 glance.
Down to 4.
I was going to open up into the side arm of the Kratos here, so opening up with the large blast because I'm relying on those wrens to get through that armor.
Yeah,
so
it's tough for bugger.
Let's see if I can get through. So it's a direct hit.
Yep.
But it's strength 8.
But you got rending 4 plus.
Never mind. Hero Rhino now, honestly, just trying to take out little things here and there. Moving on against the Pyroclast Land Raider. I've got my multi-melter. It's within 12, so it's getting the 2d6 extra armor penetration for Armor Bane. So let's roll the hit. So it hits the 2d6.
That is nothing.
It is a glance. No, it's not. It's nothing. You're right. It's only 12. So nothing. Moving into the combat phase now, the tactical squad into the Pyroclasts. I believe Martin has issued another challenge.
I have to with the champion.
Which my sergeant will accept.
So moving on to initiative step 5. I have 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Mastercrafted for 1. That is 2 hits, Mastercrafted.
Making 3 hits.
3 hits. And because of Rampage, 2s to kill you.
Yep.
That is 3.
That's dead. He's very dead.
You are within 6 inches and you've got Heart of the Legion. So you got 6 up, feel no pains.
But again, is it with all, so 6 up, feel no pains. He saves, well, one of them.
Yeah.
And so he's still dead, but Sergeant gets taken out. Well, initiative step 4 now, with my Sergeant dying, it's just the remaining Marines from the tactical squad. Once again, hitting on 3s because of Deathwing, and then wounding on 3s with the Shred. So get to reroll all of those with the chain blaze. So that is
well done.
2, 4, 6, 8 wounds, sir.
8 wounds, that's 8 armor saves of 2 plus.
Roll lots of 1s. Go on, son.
Oh, well, it's par for the course at this point. Pyroclast does fall.
Hey!
He still gets to attack back at initiative step 4. Right. So there's 8 Pyroclasts with 2 attacks each, hitting on 4s. Not done too badly. Well, I say that as I'm going through the dice.
You're getting rid of more and more.
Very optimistic. Wounding on 3s for the Rampage in the box account.
Yeah.
That is 5 wounds.
5 wounds, so 5 saves. You got one of them.
And then initiative step 3, 1. Initiative step 1.
It doesn't matter, it's all the last thing going.
The last thing going. 3 attacks with the Power Fist, hitting on 4s for 1 hit, splitting on 2s, and I kill another tactical.
Another tactical Marine goes down. So I do lose that fight by 4. So I need to get
just failed.
Just failed by 1. So
initiative off?
Yeah. So, oh no.
You run away?
I do get away. And then I run away 4 inches.
End of the combat phase, the Pyroclasts have moved closer towards the Recon Marine after winning the combat. Thought process is to just get in there, remove them, and secure the objective for themselves.
Yep, makes sense. So at the end of turn 2, Die Angels, unfortunately not being able to repel the Salamanders Pyroclasts. It's a tough squad to move, especially with the champion in there, dishing out all those challenges and just murdering stuff. One day that Rhino will do something. It will do something. It'll do something very heroic and kill a Land Raider. But otherwise, moving everything up and just consolidating my place within the centre there, not a bad thing. I got an objective for getting the central objective, which is obviously everyone's going to be staring at them next turn, which is very dangerous. Yeah. But the big thing for my turn was just absolutely removing this entire flank.
Yeah, that's stung, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was gonna say getting a lot of stuff just moved over and just gotten rid of. Yeah. Very, very
the
nice.
Heroic sacrifice of the Rhino. Yeah, amazing.
That Rhino will live on.
He will.
In glorious tales, but
been quite heroic for you in this game.
No, not too bad. Yeah, I think I'll pretty good.
You're a bit happy there.
Bit happy.
Very happy.
It makes such a change, doesn't it, Nick?
Salamanders turn 3 movement phase. After Ian's very effective shooting, I've got quite a quick movement phase now.
It doesn't happen very often.
Doesn't happen very often with us, but no. The Pyroclasts here, I've stretched them around to get sight on the Recon Marine, which is holding, and also still with holding on to the objective there. The Land Raider has moved forward to kill the Rhino.
In an honest duel against the Rhino.
An honest duel of sorts. The Typhon has moved
strategically placed itself in front of that tactical squad.
Yes,
I wonder what's going to happen there.
Because for some reason they seem to be holding an objective there, and I don't want them anymore. The Kratos has moved as far forward as possible to get within range of the Spartan to try and pop it open, because I know you've got some inner knights hiding in there.
Have them in there, yes.
And the Scorpius has moved around because I had a feeling that the little saber that could might get into it, so he's strategically retreated to a more secure position.
He's a happy little chappy, that saber, don't worry about him.
Start of the shooting phase in turn 3. The Pyroclasts are going to
target that one lone recon marine.
Only 3 are within line of sight, and even with the shroud bombs and within range of the third man.
Yep.
So hitting on 3s with 3 shots.
Yep.
For 2 hits.
Yep.
And
2s to murderise that
ready
one
for a
recon.
double one?
I wish.
Oh, double 6.
That is not a double one, Martin.
And that is 1 dead recon marine.
1 dead recon marine.
Pyroclast Land Raider is now going to honourably duel the Rhino. Would you like to return fire or?
No, I'm good, thanks, mate.
You're
That's
good?
absolutely
Okay.
fine.
Fair enough.
It
I'm
is
within the rad phage, so everything is going into him.
Yep.
The four Gravis Lascan shots hitting on 4s for 2 hits.
Yep.
And the Twin Link Las Cannon
Twin-linked
hits. 2s a glance. That is 3 penetrating
That's
hits.
3 penetrating hits. What's gone? Do you want to see how far it explodes?
It might see if it explodes. It does explode. And if I roll a 6, I might hit my own men.
Yes.
I roll a 5. Ooh.
Oh, you're just out.
Just out.
Just out.
Very lucky.
But not just out there as well, so nothing. But the Hero Rhino has gone.
The Typhon is opening fire onto the tactical squad holding the objective in the middle.
Well, we all saw this coming, let's face it.
Let's face it, this was going to happen. So, rolling to scatter, it will
Directly hits.
and we'll come back and we'll work out how many that is. 6 men were caught in the blast of the Typhon shell, so now rolling to wound with strength 12.
Hey, look at that.
That is 5 rending wounds at brutal force, sir.
So that is 5 dead.
Now the 2 las cannon sponsons are going to shoot into the tactical marines, hitting on 3s for 2 hits, wounding on 2s.
Hey!
The Scorpius is now continuing the barrage of the tactical squad in the middle.
Yeah.
He has moved, so it doesn't gain rending, but it is still going to try and hit. And I've got Nuncio Vox with this Kratos, which I will re-roll because that's a 10-inch scatter.
Yeah, it is.
So re-roll, and it's a direct hit.
So yeah, 3 there then.
Yep. And wounding on 2s, because strength 8, for 3 wounds at AP 4.
So I get my normal armor save, the 3+. So 1 more goes down from the Scorpius.
Moving on to the Kratos, a bit of madness, because there is going to be shots going everywhere, try and maximise shooting potential. The main focus is going to be the Melter Cannon into the Spartan, because he's moved to just within armor being range. Everything else is snap shooting, but because of defensive weapons, the Volkite on the right-hand flank are going to go into the tactical squad.
Yep.
And the lone Caliver on the left-hand side can just see the 1 hull point saber. With the dice going the right way, I could possibly kill it. The Magna Cannon is going to go into the Spartan.
Yeah. It does have a flare shield.
It does have a flare shield. I'm going to snap fire the auto cannon first, because hopefully a single hit will get twin linked. 2 shots for 1 hit. It goes to strength 6 with rending, which on a 6 I could do a hull point, which I don't get. But the main gun is now twin linked.
Well, that's it. This is what you wanted it for.
Hitting on 3s.
It's all good.
Which good thing I got the twin link, because 2 hit.
Yeah.
Re-rolling for 2 hits, so that is 4 hits total.
All 4 hits, okay.
It's now strength 7, so I need 7 on 2d6 to pen.
Yep.
To glance. So the first one is a nothing.
Nope, nothing there.
The second one is a scatter
dice.
So it goes into a nothing. The third one.
Yep.
A nothing.
Nothing again, yeah.
And the final one, pen, a single pen.
Yep, it's enough.
AP1.
No.
Oh, snap, shaken. The multi-melter is also going to go into that despoiler squad, so I'll do that first because it is twin linked, hitting on 6s.
Tactical squad.
Tactical squad, that's the one. Twin linked for 1 hit. And 2s, and it will kill a tactical marine.
Yeah, well, 1 dead tactical marine.
And then 8 Volkite shots into the tactical marines.
Yeah.
Hitting on 6s because the snap firing in the tray.
Yeah, that's 1 so far.
Just the 1. And wounding on 2s.
Killing on 2. Well,
AP5, so 1 armor save.
Fine.
Loves it. And then finally,
the one you've all been waiting for.
The one we've all been waiting for.
The one, can you kill a saber with a snap shooting Volkite caliber?
6s into 6s.
Go on.
3 shots. 1 hit.
Well, he's done it once, he just needs it 1 more time.
Just like this.
No. He's still going. He's still around. So that all that means is a leadership test for that tactical squad on the objective. They are stubborn because they've got Heart of the Legion. They're fine. They're going to stick around on that objective and get blasted into oblivion next turn again.
Turn 3 Salamander wrap up. Done quite well. I've managed to secure an objective on the flank here with the Pyroclasts. Killed the Rhino to stop any melter shots coming into my valuable tanks down there. Cleared off a fair bit of tactical marines, but they're just holding on.
Just holding on.
Just holding on.
Good lads. Good lads, these tactical marines.
Yeah. Very unfortunate with the Kratos not doing a lot of damage at all to the Spartan. But yeah, that is the turn 3 for Salamanders over.
Beginning of Dark Angels turn 3, let's see if I can get this tactical squad rallied, and they do just. So they're ready to fight again. Turn 3 for the Dark Angels movement, rallying that squad, they've just sort of milled around and get a better shot. The Deredeo moved up into a better position to take on the Pyroclasts, which Martin did react with and move them directly backwards from that, which I get.
Yeah, thought process is to try and minimise as much line of sight as
yeah, it absolutely makes sense, absolutely. Yeah. And then everything else with the tanks, so like the Omegas and the Spartan have just moved up, ready to take on the Kratos and the heavy armour stuff, which is going to be tricky. And then finally, the lone saber on the side there, just zooming up past the other side there, ready to take out something on the next turn, hopefully.
The saber that could.
This little saber that could. With my shooting, I've got my tactical squad, which have just rallied there, so I am snap firing into the Pyroclasts. So I'm hitting on 6s against them. Let's see what I get. Absolutely nothing.
Got these dice ready for nothing.
There we go then. Moving on to the Deredeo there, as Martin rightly points out, I only see 5 of them, but starting up with them being rad-phaged, I'm still killing them if it goes through their armour.
Yep.
So first up, the Plasma Hellfire hits on all of those, twin linked. So all of those hit.
Wounding on 3s, breaching 4.
Wounding on 3s, which is nothing. Ooh. That is some of the worst dice rolling I've ever managed to do.
Mate.
Look at the state of that.
Heavy bolters.
Heavy bolters.
Wow. Twin
Heavy bolters are twin linked, you're right.
And 2's to wound because I'm toughness 3.
So that is 3 wounds.
3 wounds, 2 up armour saves, pass all 3.
And then the rockets, all those hit.
And instant death because of turn 6.
That's right, so that's 2.
Pass both.
Yeah.
Very jammy Pyroclast.
Very well. I think you managed to roll on my dice, rely on my dice rolling better than anything else there.
Exactly.
That's horrific.
Jammy.
With that disappointment from the Deredeo, I'm going to move on to my las cannon team and let's see if they can redeem themselves by killing this Land Raider.
Go for it.
So 5 of them can all see. You will be getting a 6+ cover save though.
Yep.
So let's see if I can hit them first of all. So no, 2 of them miss, so 3 hits.
5s and 6s were sunder.
And
2 glances.
2 glances. And so that's 2 glances, you get your 6+.
2 6-ups. Make 1 fail 1. So I'm down to 4 hull points.
Next up is the Spartan. I'm going to open fire into the Kratos. Now I know that you can return fire.
Yes, because of the Dasurian Locus, I get to react with a single battle weapon.
Which I imagine will be your magma melter.
Oh yes, it will be.
So all my last cannons into you. All hit.
Yep, 6 is the glance.
6 is to glance, but sunder. Come on lads. So nothing there.
My 4 shots back from the melter cannon, hitting on 3s. For 3 hits.
3 hits.
And you are with an armor bane. So let's see if I can redeem myself for this one.
Yeah.
First one is nothing.
Nope.
Second one, a pen.
1 pen, yeah.
Third one, nothing. Fourth one is a pen.
So 2 pens. Okay, let's roll.
2 pens. Explodes.
It does, you're right, well done. Let's see how big the explosion is.
D6 for 3.
So we'll get the Omega. And there are 4 members of the inner circle still in this.
Yep. Wounding on 2s. That is 3 wounds.
3 wounds, so 3 saves. Managed to make all but 1, so 1 of them does die.
Yep. And then the side armor of the Sakaran, it will glance.
Cool. So with that explosion, there's a pinning test for my squad there, which they managed to fail, so they are pinned as well.
Oh,
so my turn has gone fantastically well so far. Yeah. Just what I need, isn't it?
I'm sorry.
Fantastic.
Sorry, man.
So with that disappointment, I'm going to move on to my Sticker and Omegas. Again, I've got to actually hit them this time, so it's going to go into the Kratos again, see if I can do some damage to that. Hopefully the plasma burn can take it down a little bit, but with the way things are going, we'll see how it's gone. So first things first, see if I can hit. So
Twin linked.
twin linked. So nope. So one hit. And doesn't do anything. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Ian's not happy.
I'm fine. I'm used to it by now, mate. That was a less than effective turn compared to the last turn I had. Yeah. But it's a dice game.
Yeah, that was just unlucky, mate.
It's a good job I can take a joke, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Like my entire dice rolling. So needless to say, a little bit of disappointment all around. The only thing that didn't actually disappoint me would have been the tactical squad, which has secured an objective.
Salamanders movement phase, turn 4. Very little movement. The Kratos has moved forward to get line of I'll say get line of sight, but
I wonder what he's going to do against those inner circles.
I wonder what's going to happen there.
I wonder.
Yeah, the Typhon has shifted around to get a bit more better sight on the tactical marines that were hiding.
They're out in the open. They're not exactly hiding.
Yeah, they're out in the open now.
I mean, they were still out in the open when they got onto the objective.
Yeah, the Pyroclasts have moved back around to consolidate around the objective.
To which I reacted with my Derrideo to move forward a little bit.
Yeah, and this Land Raider here moved to get line of sight on the tactical marines over there to stop any more potential line interference with scoring. Start of Salamander's shooting phase, turn 4. The Scorpius is going to shoot at the las cannon squad up on there. It's aiming at that one because the Kratos with the Nuncio Vox can see.
Go for it.
So we'll roll a scatter for 8 inches straight forward.
Are you going to re-roll it or?
I am going to attempt to re-roll it. Try and get a direct hit.
There.
So roll again for direct hit.
There you go. So that's 3 of them.
3 of them. I'll get 3 dice. It's strength 8 and rending 4+. For 2 rend.
So with the 2 of them dying, that is a pinning check from them. So they are totally fine though. So they're ready.
Standing strong.
Ready to keep on going.
The Typhon is shooting into the tactical squad to try and clear them off.
Funny that.
Yeah, funny that. That is currently hitting all 3, but I need to roll the scatter. At which point I will scatter 3 inches back.
3 inches back. That's.
Which my Nuncio Vox might allow a reroll.
You can definitely see them. So I get 1.
That's 1.
Yeah.
So with the Nuncio Vox, I'm going to attempt to re-roll that because I want to try and hit all 3. So I'm going to re-roll, and it will scatter 2 inches instead of 3.
2 inches that way. So you still get 2.
Still get 2. Wounding on 2s.
Yeah.
2 rends, 2 dead.
Yeah, that's 2 dead. I'm going to take nothing from that.
The Kratos is now going to do its shooting.
Stupid Kratos.
Stupid Kratos. I love my Kratos. It's amazing. I have chosen to split fire the right-hand defensive weapons into the Sergeant, as well as the multi-melta.
And I have chosen to evade.
You've chosen to evade.
I have chosen. I've elected to react.
Yes. Elected to use a reaction to evade. Then the autocannon and the Magnum Melta into the Melta Blast Gun into the inner circle, as well as the left-hand bulkhead.
And like you say, because they're pinned, I cannot do any of the reactions with them, which is why I chose the tactical squad. Rather than the...
and within the Radphage raise for the ballistic modifier, so the multi-melta into the Sergeant, hitting on 4s, hits, wounding on 2s, naturally roll a 1.
That's what I like to see.
Moving on to the Volkite.
Good on, Sergeant.
Moving on to the Volkite,
Yeah.
For another 8 shots. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hitting on 4s. And...
Nice. That's pretty
4
good.
hits and wounding on 2s. For 4 wounds.
4 wounds, 4 saves, 2 plus. Oh,
two evades. 2 evades. 2 5-0s.
I did evade. 1, it does go down,
died.
unfortunately. That is a shame.
Very close to surviving. Melta Blast Gun now going into the inner knights as well as the Volkite. Starting with the autocannon to try and get the twin linked hits. 2 shots hitting on 4s for 2 hits.
Yeah.
Wounding on 2s with 6s rending. 2 rending hits.
So 2 in ones. 1
which
wound.
will wound 1.
So 1 wound on him.
Is that instant death? Because
within the red phase, yeah, it is. Boom. There you go. Very good.
Yeah. The Magna Cannon now with twin linked, hitting on 4s for 3 hits. Twin linked in that one for 4. 2's the wound.
Okay.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. All right, I'll roll them separately. So 4 plus invulnerable save. So he dies, and then the next one dies as well. So they've wiped them out. Well done. Boom.
The Pyroclast Land Raider is opening fire into the Tactical Marines. He's also a -1 to hit because of the Radphage. The Gravis Las Cannon shots hitting on 4s for 3 hits.
Yeah.
And killing on 2s for 3 dead.
That's 3 dead. And then
The Twin Link Las Cannon misses.
Twin Linked. Hits. Misses because it's -1.
Yeah, and then the Multi-Melter hits.
Yeah. And then 2s. Well
Kills the
done.
last
You've
one.
wiped out that squad.
Yeah.
Quick morale test for the last cannon team. They pass. Just. Sergeant's still alive there.
End of Salamanders, turn 4. Very happy with being able to get Slay the Warlord after he
gonna say-
brutally murdered my Praetor in turn 1.
It was just, spite out of that.
It
wasn't
was very
Just
spiteful,
I want
yes.
to kill him.
Yes, he
will
must
use-
die.
I will use my Kratos Magna gun.
Yes, I shall. Quite happy getting rid of the objective holders in the middle. And yeah, I've just got to do a couple It Will Not Dies, 2 6-ups. 6-up on the Land Raider. It doesn't. And then on the Typhon, it does not. End of Salamanders, turn 4.
Running out of things to do now because my last turn was just horrendous. I've moved up my Sicaran Omegas to try and get a side shot onto the Typhon there rather than the Kratos, who would be able to return fire and probably wipe out that squad. So depending on if we get another turn or not, it's a bit weird, but we'll see what happens. I've moved my Sabre flat out to go around the back side of this.
Backdooring me, are you, sir?
Yeah, against that Scorpius. Because, yeah, he's been causing me a lot of bother. I've moved up my Deredeo so I can blast these Pyroclasts and see what damage I can do with it.
Trying to redeem himself.
Just, yeah, see if I can get some last things in this turn 4. I'm letting me go for it. I'm going to have a quick shot into the side armour of there. I'm going to use the hot shot version of it, the, what's it called? Hellfire.
Focus beam.
Fire. I'm going to do a focus beam on the
Hitting on 4s, but you don't need it.
Put those there. So I need 4s, which are rending, so that's a rend.
Yep, D3.
So
1D3.
1d3. So doesn't do anything though, unfortunately. Opening up with its plasma hellfire into there, going to open the large blast.
Evade.
He's evading, but it is a direct hit, so I do get 6 under the template there.
Wounding on 3s, but 4s are rending.
They are. 6. Let's see if I can do some damage. So that is 2 rends and 1 wound.
So the 1 wound, it's a 2+ armor save. It's fine, and because of their Mantle of Nocturne rule, they have a 5+ invuln against plasma.
Yep.
Which I failed both, but I have evaded, which will be 2 5s for fail. So that's 2 dead Pyroclasts.
Yep. Heavy bolters next up. Let's see if we can get them. Whew, thank God for the twin link there. There we go.
I'd say you can reroll that.
You sure?
Cocked, yep.
There we go. And then 2s to wounds. That's 4 wounds, sir.
Yep. 4 wounds, still get my evade for any fails. Fail 2.
Yeah, so you get your evade.
2 5-ups. Oh, that's one. That's another dead Pyroclast.
Yep.
I lost 3 so far.
And then 3 Aeolius, which all hit.
Yep. 2's the wound.
3 wounds.
3 more armor saves, and they're fine.
They're fine.
3 dead Pyroclasts.
My last bit of shooting for this turn, the 3 las cannons from the squad into the Pyroclast Land Raider. Let's see if I can do. Let's see if these las cannons can actually redeem themselves. This
See if they're up to what the snuff up
Let's
to
see.
be.
So, well, there we go. One of them's already missed. 2 of them have already missed.
5s
the
and
last
6s.
one, 5s and 6s. Of course not.
Sunder.
No.
Unlucky.
Nothing. Useless.
I have a morale test to make for the Pyroclast with the champion. So it's a leadership of 9.
Double 6. Double 6. Double 6.
I
failed anyway. So they are running.
Run?
12 inches. Double 6. Come on, off the board.
It could be
9
enough.
inches.
It could be enough.
Double. I don't think so, mind. I don't think so.
Let's double check. 9 inches.
It is off the board.
Oh, nice one.
Turn 4 was. This is the dregs of the army fighting the dregs of the army now. So it's just one of those things though, it's been an absolute bloodbath. Again, last cannon teams, I don't see why people take them. They're rubbish.
It's because you haven't got a tech marine, that's why.
I haven't got anything to do anything well with them. But having that unit of Pyroclast run off the board was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Like I say, don't mind if it just keeps happening to me. If it's happening to somebody else as well. But
do you want to, I'll allow you to do the roll off for the potential turn 5.
See if the turn 5. Well, it depends. We all
Well,
so on a
just roll a
3+,
three.
we'll play another turn. No,
And
that's it. Game over. Well done, mate. Right, thank you for coming down for that game. What an absolute
bloodbath.
Bloodbath of a game that was. Those last couple of turns, I was like, oh,
swings and roundabouts with the dice rolls, wasn't it?
Oh no, what's going on here? Absolutely horrendous.
Him absolutely fluffing there, but then making up for it and making them run off.
That was just insane.
Yeah.
Like I say, stuff happening with like Last Cannon teams. You hear about them all the time.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can't roll dice. We're used to that by now. Again, dealing with that much armor 14 is such a hard thing.
Yeah, this list, I love vehicles. I know they're not the best in 2.0, but I love tanks. So I've built this army around having lots of tanks.
Having the
Syrian
low
Locust,
cost
yeah.
in there.
It's a 30-point upgrade, but as you say,
like you say, if you can return fire with a mega melter blast thing and destroy a Spartan in your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
For 30 points, I think it's all right, to be honest.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Again, Typhons are scary.
Yeah.
Not as scary as I was thinking.
Not a lot of people rate them, but I love it. It's just a cool-looking tank. It's got a giant mortar shell on the front of it, doesn't it?
It's like a big Vindicator, and I've always been a big fan of Vindicators.
Yeah, I'm tempted to get a few Vindicators.
So, final scores. Salamanders ended up with 7 because they managed to get a few challenges in there. They got a couple of objectives in there. But the Dark Angels actually win it on 10 because of that Slay the Warlord and the challenge at the very beginning there. I think that was a big turning point right there.
I had a bit of a hill to climb. I was getting there, but you managed to hold on enough.
Had you not thrown him in there and he died, then it would have been an entirely different story there. So I think a couple of different things, but enjoyable game.
Yeah.
Very cheeky.
Pleasure to play.
Pleasure as always, mate. Handshake.
Thank you very much, mate.
No worries, bud. We'll see you in the next one. No retakes.
That was so bad I thought I'd get you cancelled. I don't do second takes. Amateurs like you do second takes.
Now we've got to do the whole army thing, don't we?
Yes. What are you doing? We don't tell Ed a lot of things that went wrong. Mainly because Martin will get fired.
Yes.
Out of a cannon.
Yes. If we can find one big enough for us.
Also, the microphones weren't picking up stuff. More importantly, Martin's microphone wasn't picking up stuff. Mine was totally fine.
Yeah, because I couldn't figure out how to plug in a microphone. Yeah, not my proudest moment.
It's not working.
But don't worry, Ed. I'm sure it's all.
Shut up! Shut up! We don't tell Ed this. This is pretty much what we just said. We don't tell Ed things.
Hi, Ed.
Hey, buddy. How's it going? Hey, buddy.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. It's fine.
I've managed to get onto the tactical. Is going to now take a pot shot at the Deredeo. It's got a lot of firepower, so getting shock pulse to shut it down would be very useful.
Would, but you're going to miss every single attack.
I'm going to miss every single.
What's going to happen?
Jinxed it
Double
now.
one. Double one, Martin. That's what I want to see.
Bollocks, I didn't check to see if it was within 9 inches.
Where's my tape measure?
Measure up and come back to you.
We're good. Are you going to criticise me more? This one for the bloopers.
Yes,
Here you go, Nick.
You shouted, roll some dice.
So next up is the...
Starting.
End of Salamander's movement.
Go.
Salamander's movement phase.
Be better.